It's time for a classics book haul. I'm so excited about this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you saw my most recent vlog where I read some new releases, I said that I got a whole bunch of modern classics. I found these UK modern classics, the Penguin's modern classics book covers. I've been seeing them everywhere. They're so like clean and aesthetically pleasing. So I actually sold a bunch of my old classics and kind of replaced them, and then I got a bunch that I haven't read yet. So I'm super excited to read these. If you've been here a while, my taste on my channel is like constantly evolving and changing. So I do want to reread some classics and read a bunch of classics that I haven't read yet. So I'm super excited for this haul, but if you saw that vlog, I did say in that vlog that I was going to do a haul and maybe some vlogs reading some of these. So, hi baby. My dog always has to be included. I also have, I'm gonna do a separate haul. It's just gonna be like a quick mini haul of like 13 books that I bought that are not classics. They're just regular old books, okay? Just a niche, weird little book haul. But this is it. I'm on a book buying ban. Again, I was on a book buying ban. I made it quite some time, but I broke, and now I'm on another book buying ban, okay? Thank you. Okay, first things first. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Do you see the covers? Do you see these books? They are so cute. It's kind of giving like Breakfast at Tiffany's vibes, which I have a story about that. But yes, love how clean and aesthetic they all are. I replaced this one, but I can't wait to buddy read this with my friend Chris. And then I got I Never Promised You a Rose Garden by Joanne Greenberg. I believe it's about a teenager in a psychiatric hospital. I have not read this one, but I've had a couple people recommend it to me and say that it's just very Meg coded. So I'm excited to try that one. Maybe I'll put that one in a vlog. The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, of course. I read this in high school. Absolutely loved this one here. Breakfast at Tiffany's. I read this as a child, so here's my story. Fun fact about Breakfast at Tiffany's. I was obsessed with the movie as a child, you know, with Audrey Hepburn. I was obsessed with Audrey Hepburn in general. So I had a Breakfast at Tiffany's themed bedroom as a child. And if you don't know about Breakfast at Tiffany's, Holly Golightly is kind of like an escort. So I had a slut-coded themed bedroom as a child, and I was dancing to Dirty by Christina Aguilera. I was basically the 6-year-old from Lunar Park by Bret Easton Ellis. If you know, you know. That was me. That was me as a child, okay? Where were my parents? My mom was dead and my dad was at work. Okay, what more can I say? Okay, next. Let's go with Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. I have not read this one. I hear nothing but amazing things. I think it's about these two gay men kind of get in like in a little love triangle. 3 months, David's fiance returns from a vacation and he's denying who he is and rejects Giovanni for a safe future as a married man. I hear that this one is kind of just like a beautiful, sad love story. I don't know. This bothers me that this is the only book in this entire haul that is smaller than the rest of the books. Like, what? It just annoys me so much. Why do they do things like this? Because now I'm just annoyed. Anyways, John Steinbeck. I got 2 books from him. I got the classic, of course, Of Mice and Men, and then I got East of Eden. East of Eden, I hear nothing but great things about. It's a little chunky, but everyone that I trust online that has similar taste as me, like I have new taste. I have like intellectual girl, transgressive fiction, sad, literary fiction sort of taste now. I don't know what is going on with me. but it seems like everyone that has this sort of like literary taste that I have, am I even making sense? They all love East of Eden. So I have to read it. I honestly don't even know what it's about. I don't know. It just says, exploring his most enduring themes such as the mystery of identity, the inexplicability of love, and the murderous consequences of love's absence. I'm intrigued about this one. I got this book here. It was recommended to me by someone. Melissa Broder did the introduction. So I'm really excited to check this one out because I adore Melissa Broder, obviously, one of my favorite authors of all time. I just admire her so much and she's so sweet and lovely. And I can't wait to check this one out. It's The Princess of 72nd Street by Elaine Craft. This one here, I love the cover of this one. So this is something about a woman named Ellen. I think she does LSD in New York, like already a Meg-coded book, right? Already something that I'm obsessed with. She becomes some princess. I don't know what this is about. It says that it's full of deadpan humor and like mental health issues. So I'm obsessed with this already. If you know me, I love deadpan, sarcastic humor and like satire and just dark humor in my books and in all media, TV, movies, everything. So I can't wait to read this one. I think this one's definitely going to be in a vlog. Let me know if you want to see this one. Melissa Broder, obsessed. Speaking of Melissa Broder, I was just listening to a podcast with her on it. And she was talking about like her favorite books of longing and like her favorite authors. So I did buy some books because of her. And one of those, it didn't come yet, but one of those is The Hour of the Star by Clarice Lispector. She said Clarice is one of her favorite authors of all time. I don't remember what she said about this one, what it's about. It's a philosophical novella exploring the human condition through the story of Macabea. I could be pronouncing that incorrectly. And it says the narrative is told from the perspective of a wealthy, elderly Brazilian man whose attempt to tell Macabea's story raises questions about his own identity. What does that mean? I don't know, but I trust Melissa Broder with my life. I feel like she has very similar taste as me because she was like talking about some of the books that she loves, and like she loves Oteza Moshfegh, who's one of my favorite authors. I'm trying to work through her backlist this year, and she was talking about Dennis Cooper, who I love, and she has similar taste as me. So I'm trying to take some recommendations from her. But if you look up Melissa Broder books of longing, there's a list on Google of some books about like yearning and longing, and that's a hot topic of mine, so I can't wait to check out some more of those. But anyways, a little off topic there. I got 2 books by Franz Kafka. I've been wanting to read him for a long time, so I got, of course, the Metamorphosis and Other Stories. Isn't this the book about the big freaking cockroach lying in the bed? The guy that's like transformed into an insect, right? There's always memes about it online. I can't wait to read this one. And then I also got The Trial by him as well. So we'll see how I feel about this writing style. I've heard some people tell me I might not like the writing style, but we'll see. This one's about like a guy who's accused of a crime he didn't commit, and he's trying to like prove his innocence in this trial. That's this book. So yeah, got those 2, and then I replaced my my 2 George Orwell books that I had. Of course, I got 1984 by George Orwell. I've talked about this on this channel before. I absolutely love this book. This was like my favorite book in high school. And then I got Animal Farm, which I also read in high school and loved. So I just wanted the cute little covers of these guys. I love me some George. And then I got 2 books by Vladimir Nabokov. Is that how you pronounce his name? Nabokov, right? Lolita, of course. That is the first book that I got. Then I got Ada or Ardor I heard this one is very challenging to read. I don't know. I was looking at this one online and people said that this is just like a very challenging book to read. So I'm kind of nervous, like just flipping through it. I don't know. It looks very Russian. Like literally there's like Russian words in here. So yeah, we will see how I feel about this one. I don't know, this is kind of like a romance. It says erotic satire. It's about this woman who keeps meeting up with this guy. Like life kind of keeps bringing them back to one another throughout their lives. I don't really know too much about this one, but yeah, I'm scared, so we're just gonna put that away. Then I got One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest because this cover I'm obsessed with. Yeah, I read this and watched the movie a very, very long time ago. Don't really remember it though. If you don't know, this one's about a mental health institution run by a really horrible, awful nurse. So that's that one. And then speaking of like mental health stuff, I got A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. Everyone tells me that I'm Virginia Woolf coded and that I need to read her books. Okay, I keep saying the word coded, like Meg coded. It's just like a little joke that I have on Instagram with my friends, and now like I can't stop saying it. It's just ingrained into my brain and it makes me sound so dumb, but I just can't help it. So this is a teeny tiny little book. This one, it says it grew out of a lecture that Virginia Woolf had been invited to give at a college in 1928. It's about female creativity, and she gives us like, it's like this feminist sort of lecture. But then I got some like transgressive fiction books here, which I've been super, super into, and I'm really looking forward to reading. The first one didn't come yet. It's The Story of the Eye. I hear this one is just a wild one. I feel like everyone talks about this one. I see it all over like transgressive fiction recommendation lists and that sort of thing. It's like this guy telling us the story of like him and his lover, and it's supposed to be like sadistic and taboo and full of just sexual graphic depictions, I think, right? I don't know, I hear this one is a wild one. And then I got Naked Lunch, which I hear is another wild one. This is of course by William Burroughs. This one is a book that everyone says is very confusing and weird, and no one understands it, and like the point is that you're not supposed to understand it. So I'm a little nervous to check this one out, but it's supposed to be about a wasteland of drugs, depravity, political plots, paranoia, sadistic medical experiments, and endless gnawing addiction. So it sounds like something that I would love in theory. I'm a little bit nervous about the writing and not understanding what the hell I'm reading, but I am looking forward to this challenge. Also was looking into Junkie and Queer by him. Let me know if you've read those and what your thoughts were, but I'm gonna start with this one and see if I can tackle it. And then I did get A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. This one, isn't it about like a cult of people that break into homes and like sexually assault people and drink milk? Right? It's something really fucking weird. Again, transgressive fiction. Yeah, 15-year-old Alex enjoys rape, drugs, and Beethoven's Ninth. He and his gang rampage through a dystopian future, hunting for terrible thrills, but when he finds himself at the mercy of the state and subject to Dr. Brodsky, the government psychologist, he discovers that fun is no longer the order of the day. I never read this one. I wanted to read it a million years ago and never did, and so when I saw this one on Blackwell's, I obviously had to pick this one up because this is like one of the classic transgressive fiction books. I'm like, how have I never read this before? So I can't wait to read that one. And then last but not least, I have two books here. I think these are my last ones. by Hubert Selby Jr. I have Requiem for a Dream. Of course, this is about a heroin addict. This is about drug abuse. Beautiful movie. I never read the book. The movie like literally crushed my soul and destroyed me as a child. Why was I watching that as a child? I don't know, but it fucked me up. Like, the movie disturbed me so much that I was actually traumatized as a child. Again, where were my parents, right? And then I also got, last but not least, Last Exit to Brooklyn. I see this one on all the transgressive fiction lists out there, and people are constantly raving about this book, and I can't wait to read it. This is about like a transgender person who falls in love with like a sex worker, and they go down this like wild path of like craziness. I don't even know. It says that it confronts the worst in human nature, which I love books that do that. And it also says that it was banned by British courts in 1967 and then later reversed. I'm intrigued. This one might be a vlog one, but yeah, anyways, those are the classics that I got for right now. So I'm going to start making my way through these, and then once I make my way through these, through my first reads, my rereads, whatever, I'm gonna do another haul like this in the future. So if you like these classic book hauls, just leave me a comment down below. But yeah, I'm super excited to start getting into some more intellectual type literature and just kind of revisiting some books that I loved in the past. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these, if you're curious about any of them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!